What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's good to see you today on the Speak and See Show. I ask you to like and subscribe and click that notification button so when I get information out, you can get information in. You don't miss out on any of this money that is being given out from loans and grants from private companies, personal companies, federal government agencies, and state and local agencies as well that are giving small businesses money to pick them up during this time. Quick shout out to my boy Jason McElhone, who is out there fighting for you small businesses as well. You can go find him on trysmallbiz.com. Thanks for all you do, brother. We get comments. I've been going over all the comments below. We've been seeing a lot of Chicago, Illinois. We've been seeing a lot of Texas, which I did a video on Texas the other day. Hopefully y'all can go back and watch that. Tennessee, we got you guys covered as well. And a lot of you out there that are from California all the way to Maine, down to the Keys of Florida, up into Alaska, we are getting loans and finding ways that you can find money. And today we're going to go over that PPP. We may be seeing a third round of PPP, and it's looking like a very positive sign for that PPP. Now, about the $10,000, we're seeing right now the $5,000 to $25,000 grant in the Antares Reach program, which I would love to make sure that you all that are, this for minorities, white guys, take a hit here, take a hit. Just white males need not apply, but everybody else can apply. So we're going to take one for the team, and I would like to show this to you before it is over so that you minorities out there in small business realm can see some grants and such go forth. However, and after that, we're going to go over the P4, the PPP for all people. It's there, and we're going to be seeing that, and it's a forgivable loan. And a lot of you may have gotten first draw, second draw. Well, we can be looking to get a third, and after that, we're going to go over the states that are getting stimulus checks. But there's a few states out there that are getting stimulus checks, and a few more states that are going to be getting stimulus checks that we're going to go over in this as well, including New Mexico, which was a pretty new one to me. But first, let's hit over this $5,000 grant so that you got $5,000 for just applying, up to $25,000 if you get approved for it. So here you go. We're going to go start off with this grant before it expires, because this one is on a time frame, and let's get into that right now, guys. Once again, we're going to hold those senators and congressmen and those state legislators who promised us $10,000 EIDL grant, the remainder of it thereof, we're going to hold their feet to the fire on this and say, hey, can you say that in the comments? Hey, we still want our 10K. Then we'll go over this other stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We do still want that 10K. So first, before we get into that 10K, how about getting you 5 to 25K here in the Antares Reach Program Act? Let me show it to you before it expires. It expires, we'll go over that here shortly. Okay, the Antares Reach Program, I'm going to give you the page right here, and I will leave the link to you down below as well. Let me put that link up. You might want to write this down. HelloAlice.com, grants, Antares, /capital. You're going to go to the website there, and it's going to bring you to this page here. It's going to look like this, the Antares Reach Grant Program, and it's going to go over some information. It's going to provide up to $20,000, and if you look on the bottom there, it says grant recipients will be eligible to receive additional $5,000 unrestricted grant after completion of a post-grant report. So they're going to take some information from you, as of course, grants just don't come if you just say, hey, I need some money, and they send you money. No, you got to fill out some information. And with this, you might get some extra emails, unwanted emails, but it's still a legit very legit program. This is from Hello Alice. I actually own some cryptocurrency in that. Go Hello Alice. Go Hello Alice. As the applications opened on June 6th. However, they do expire and they close on July 15th. So you don't have a whole lot of time here. You might want to do this sooner rather than later. And that's why I wanted to bring up that grant first off and foremost here on the channel to make sure that you can get in on this, because remember, these things get outdated, they expire, the funds get exhausted, and whoever is not in can't go back and say, hey, why didn't you tell me about that grant? I told you about this one, and I've told you about a lot of them. And when the funds get exhausted, sometimes we have to wait a little longer than we can afford to get the next one. So let's go on to the PPP. It's the P4 program. It's been issued out in the CARES Act. It's been issued out in the Affordable American Rescue Plan. So let me go over this one with you real quick. This is the PPP Round 3 that we're going to be looking at, and where we can contact our state legislators. And there's 3 in particular that we need to know about that wrote this bill, that are writing this bill. It's just Cardin, Coons, and Senator Shaheen, all 3 senators. So let's go ahead and go over that real quick for you guys out there. The Prioritized Paycheck Protection Program Act, or P4 loan. The bill authorizes new lending under PPP 4 loans. A subset of PPP are for borrowers that are self-employed or have 100 or fewer employees and have demonstrated a revenues loss of 50% or more due to the pandemic compared to a relevant period. And a reason why we're trying to get this out to you now is because to know that it's going to take a 50% loss in order for your business to show those numbers of losing 50% during a time frame. I believe last time we had to show a time frame within 2-month period of the last year, similar to that in this one right here. I don't think they're looking for a yearly. They could be. We haven't gotten the text on it, but more than likely it's not going to be yearly. It's going to be a monthly, a bi-monthly, maybe a 12-week even. Who knows? But more than likely it would be 8-week. That's what it was last year. So let's go forward and find out more about this PPP round 3 that we're looking at. Borrowers must have fully used an initial PPP loan or on pace to use the funding, specifically P4 loans. That's not hard to do because the requirements of where you spend this money are mainly payroll. They want to make sure that you're hooking your employees up and nobody's getting fired and everybody still has a job. That's what this is mainly concerning. But however, it can go to rent, electric and stuff like that as well. I believe 50% to employees, 50% to rent and electric as well. So if you don't give it all to the employees, or if you don't have that to show on the electric or the rent or whatever whether working capital that you got going on for your business, then you won't get the full amount that you may have gotten prior to the year before. So you'll have to show numbers on that. So I'm just bringing that to your attention as well. It may be as large as 2.5 times monthly payroll costs, just as under initial PPP loans, but may not be any larger than $2 million. Affiliated businesses with separate locations may pursue P4 loans, but in aggregate, the loans may not exceed $2 million. And these are just the specifics on the P4 loans. These are the what you're going to need to know for your businesses to get your numbers and your paperwork in order. So we're just going over that again so that you guys can be well aware and ready for this to happen, because when it comes out, if it passes Congress in the Senate, which we're looking like it's pretty positive, it's more positive than the EIDL and the RRF that we had seen. So we're looking at this so that you can get your ducks in a row now, so that when it comes out, you can be first in line to get these funds, so they're not exhausted before you can get yours. Allow borrowers to apply for forgiveness as early as 8 weeks after the loan is disbursed and have fulfilled payroll requirements, rather than make them wait until the earlier of 24 weeks or December 31st, which needlessly increases the cost of loans, accrues interest, and tying up money that could be deployed for paychecks. Are not available to publicly traded companies. Are not available to public traded companies. Boy, I'm sorry, Bezos. You're just going to have to wait, man. I'm sorry, Elon Musk. They're like, oh, I wanted to get to more PPP. I wanted to shave all that money off the top. Nope, can't do it on this one. Thank God. Except as otherwise mentioned, are subject to the same terms, conditions, and forgiveness criteria as initial PPP loans. Love that one. I love that one. It's great for those that have already gotten a PPP loan. You've probably already got your docs sent to your last draw on your PPP that are pretty much in order, pretty much following the same flow as this PPP is going. So, but if you were forgiven for those, then you can be forgiven for this one as well. So this is kind of an incentive saying, hey, if you got a third round or second round PPP and it was forgiven, that's for you. Provide a minimum processing fee of $2,500 per loan, PPP and P4, to ensure lenders do not lose money by processing smaller dollar loans or cherry pick larger loans. And that about covers it. All that we're going to say right there on the P4 loans is the PPP round 3 P4 loans. That's about all we need to say, except for you probably want to contact your senators. If you go to congress.gov, on any web page, congress.gov, go look in the search engine. You'll see on the right of your search engine, about halfway down, search your local state and city, or search whatever. There's a little search bar, and you can type in your state, your city. But if you either want to even type in Senator Coons, Senator Shaheen, or Senator Cardin, and call their offices and say, hey, what's going on with this grant? How far are we looking ahead? And I'll be doing that as well. So I'll probably do it before you do. So stay tuned, like, comment. Let me know where you're at so that I can try to help you get money for your businesses and your families, and I can concentrate for your area. But once again, congress.gov, and type in, you can even type in your zip code, and it'll come up with your party member, your senators, your legislators, and you can always contact them and say, hey, can you move this thing forward here, this P4 loan? We're really needing it over here. So that would help if everybody could do that. Now we're going to go into What about all of the stimmies? We thought the stimmies were gone. They kind of are gone, but they're calling them relief packages now, which is it's the same thing. It's a check. It's a free money for your state that your states are giving out. We're going to go over those right now. So here we go. Let's dive into these stimulus checks that are being issued and more that are coming your way, so that you know if your state is included in this. We'll make it quick, and we're going to go to the Sun. It was the U.S. Sun that we're getting this information on. Great source of information if anybody wants to go there and check it out. They've got some great articles on loans and grants as well. So let's just go ahead and go over this with the U.S. Sun in the stimmies. Here we are, guys, in the U.S. Sun. It says extra cash. The 6 stimulus checks and direct payments worth up to $1,700 going out to millions of Americans this month. Millions of Americans can expect to see paper checks in their mailboxes this month. Most of the payments will be in the form of tax rebates, which aim to offset high inflation that negatively impacts Americans from food to gas. So basically they're saying, guys, the economy's screwed up here. Here's a few bucks if we can give it to you, and we'll just put it on a tab. We'll tax you for it later. But they're coming. And the Others Act is stimulus checks, which are given to those who have suffered financial hardship from the pandemic. But regardless, these will be one-time payments to the states and cities sending out money in July. First, we hit Chicago. And eligible Chicago, Illinois residents can apply each month for transit and gas card funds. Wow, that's gas prices aside. Just open the pipeline. Would you just open the oil? Let us drill oil and start moving forward again. But that's another subject. Chicago be giving out gas cards instead. So if you're in any of these states, including Chicago here, just pause it if you want to look at that information. I'm not going to read it all, just to make this quick for those of you who are not in Chicago or any of these other states I'll be doing. Indiana, up to $250. More information on Indiana. Okay, Iowa, $1,400. You can pause this if you're in Iowa. You meet those requirements. There's a $1,400 stimulus check for you. In Maine, we go to next, up to $1,700. I did a video on this one. Maine, up to $1,700, and they'll be based on your 2021 tax returns. There's the numbers you need to get to or be under in order to get that stimulus check. New Mexico, wow, that's a new one. That's a first right here, Mexico, up to $1,000 for thousands of you in that state. Good, because I've seen a few New Mexico residents get with us on this channel. Make sure, once again, you comment down below where you're at, and we can keep our eyes open for you. Here is more Mexico, and it's giving you the credentials. Then we're going to go after New Mexico. Here it's still New Mexico going on. Well, roughly that's New Mexico. Then we're going to go to Oregon. Oregon's got $600 and sending out $600 stimmies. And here are the instructions and stuff on that below, as well as who qualifies. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the show for the day. Hopefully it hit your area of business in one way, shape, or form, whether it be with the stimulus checks, whether it be with the PPP, or whether it be with those grants. Hopefully we found some way or a avenue for you to start taking in order to go get some money for your small businesses, because we're working hard over here. Hopefully you can do your part on your end, and then I can get some good comments and testimonies down below. Like and subscribe as well, and get that notification button. That notification bell, I think it's over here. I don't know, it might be over there. Here, up there, way in the corner. It comes in handy sometimes for making money. You never think about it until you hit it. And then you're getting the notification like, hey, there's money for my state, so let me know where you're at. Once again, guys, I'm here trying to help you guys, and our staff is working hard, making sure that we can find these areas that you're at so that your small businesses can get this money and start moving forward. Happy 4th of July to everybody out there. I want to wish you well on that, and God bless America. God bless this great country. And can somebody say, hey, we do. We still want our 10K.
Yeah.